3, 2, 1.
4.3 research methods. So we have two different types of research. Primary research. This is the research that you collect yourself, so in your own experiments, in your own research study at the present day. Advantages include reliability, so it's reliable. You know that it's been collected properly. You know that everything's been kept the same. The one variable's been changed. It's in the present day, so it's not old data. It's not 1950s data, which we don't know how it was collected, had different technology. It's now present day. We have all the modern modifications to help us get it better and more precise. And you have your own control over the research, so you know what's going to be changed, what's going to be kept the same. You have that control. Disadvantages would be that it's biased, so you're the one changing the you're doing the research to get the result you want. So you're going to do research on seeing whether the tallest gymnasts have the biggest height. Like, you're going to do that because you want to find out and make your statement right. It's expensive. You may have to use labs. You may have to use technology. It's expensive to do your own research, and it can be manipulated. You change the variable, you keep the variables the same. So you could change the floor and see whether that makes an impact on the floor work side of gymnasts. It's under your discretion, so it's your choice. Secondary research, it's research that somebody else was already collected, so someone from the 1950s, someone from 2010, it's already been collected. There's easy access to it. You can get it over the internet, you can get it through the books, you can get it through libraries. It's everywhere. It's cheap, you don't have to do the research yourself, and you're able to compare then and now. So you can look at data that's been provided now, like a year ago, present day, and then you can look at data from the 1950s and 1925s. So the disadvantage is that it varies in quality. You could have a really, really, really good piece of work, or you could have a really, really not so good. So it varies completely on how it's been collected and like the sources and stuff like that. Reliability, we don't know whether all of the variables were kept the same. The one variable that was changed properly. We don't know that. We weren't there to do the research ourselves, and it's dependent on source. So if you get something from Wikipedia, someone else can change that data. Like, it's not reliable. Whereas get it from Google Scholar or a book, it's been printed, it's been published, and that is the correct research and data that has been provided. So there's different types of data. So discrete data, this is where you have isolated values that can be given. So, for example, are you male or female? You can either be male or you can be female. Like, there is only one option that you can choose. So that's kind of discrete data. So it's you're this or you're this. You're not both. You're not all. You're just one option. And it's normally taken in a tally. So how many males do we have compared to females? So we have 5 males, we have 6 females, like that kind of tally. Nominal data, it's where the participants are put into categories and counted for. So, for example, an example is the easiest way to describe it. So, do you like gymnastics? 1 to 5. 1 means you like it, 5 means you dislike it, and then everyone puts what they think, and it will be put into a numerical kind of set of data, and it can be counted for. That's an example. Ordinal, this is ranked data, but does not give like difference between the levels, and it states who is the top and who is the better, and it gives ranked, ordered, but not exact values. So we could have the winners, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth of floor work event for gymnastics. So we could have Hannah's first and Sam's fifth. Like, we know the levels, but we don't know how they've won. So their scores, their exact values. That's ordinal. Continuous data, this is data with the numerical values. So, for example, I've got on the screen example of a height of maximum trampoline jump. So we'll have the maximum trampoline jump going down to the least maximum, the minimum trampoline jump. And then we have intervals. So this is based on a scale that has equal intervals. So, for example, this is usually used in like temperature monitoring. So 0 has no meaning in this, it's just a number. So, for example, gymnastic temperature can go from within 1 to 2 minutes, it will be 5 degrees, and then with between 2 to 3 minutes, it'll be -5 degrees. It can go from positive to negative, and you have the equal intervals in between. So you have 1 to 2 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, that kind of thing. Ratio. So this data that has like proportional equal units of measurement. So this time 0 does have a value, so it's 0 upwards. So, for example, so this is data like height, weight. So you can have a height of 2.4 centimeters, or you can have a weight of 55 kilograms, but you can't have a negative weight and you can't have a negative height. So there's many research designs. So the first one is a case study. So this is where one individual or group is studied in a real life context over a prolonged period of time. So this could be a narrative account, including like history, present day, life, stats, measurements, that kind of thing. The advantage would be that you get rich and real data, and it's like information collected, so you get it from the main primary source itself. Also gives you real insight into their lives and their history, and maybe how they've become so famous or so good at what they do best. So the disadvantages would be it's low reliability, because you are it's low reliability because you'll have the stats of their performance, but you won't have any extra information to back up what they're saying from their history. So they could be making everything up, but you can think otherwise because you weren't there or you didn't know. It's subjective, it's their opinion, so it's their opinion why they won this event, it's their opinion why they train this hard. It's completely down to them what data you get. And the data could be distortion, so it's you're relying on the participant to recall the history in the past, which they might not get 100%, but that's what lessens the reliability of your data. So a example of a case study that you could look at would be looking at a gymnast history in like a specific event. So like you could be looking at their floor work scores, so you could be looking at how they've trained for that floor walk, how they were so successful 5 years ago, their scores, their stats and their opinions and thoughts over the longer period of time, and how they've developed and how they've improved. So there's another type of data called cross-sectional. This type of data involves taking data with no manipulation at all. It is all completely observational. So this means you're just watching what's happening. You have no say on what happened. You have no say on what questions are asked. You're just observing. You're just watching. This uses a range of participants with different backgrounds, ages, genders, or different countries. And then you collect sets of data from each participant at one point. It's almost like a screenshot at that moment of time. So you're looking at a set of events, and you're looking at age 10 children, and you're seeing how they're all getting on in those events. So it also allows like different variables to be compared. So advantage is that it's quick. You're just watching, you're just noting it down. So it's almost a form of notational analysis. It's not expensive. You're only just ticking or writing down their scores, and data collected you only have to get once. It only has to be collected, and that's about it.